Hello, my name is Katie and this is KIBBridge, Keep It Basic Bridge. This is a presentation on the opening lead. Bridge is a trick-taking game. You're trying to make as many tricks as you can. The first choice you have as defender is your opening lead. This lead, your partner's response to it, and declarer's actions will all influence how many tricks are made. Once the auction is finished and the contract and declarer decided, the player on the left of the declarer must make an opening lead face down. Before you do so, you should check any bids that you haven't understood, and also check how many points there are in any limit bids. If the opening lead has been made face down, the other defender can ask any questions he wants to about the auction. Once this clarification period is over, the card is turned face up and dummy is put on the table. Both defenders should then try to work out what their partner has and what the declarer has in his hand. For example, there are 40 points in the pack, and you can see how many points are in your hand and dummy. This means that any remaining points are split between the other two players. If declarer has made any limit bids, you know approximately how many points he has, and therefore how many your partner has. An excellent lead is the top of an honour sequence, e.g. Ace, King, Queen, Jack, 10. This always promises the card immediately below the honour and denies the honour immediately above it. There are usually 3 or more cards in the sequence. For example, you lead the King from King, Queen, Jack, X, the Queen from Queen, Jack, 10, X, and the Jack from Jack, 10, 9, X. If you have a broken honour sequence, you lead the Ace from Ace, King, Jack, 10, and the King from King, Queen, 10, 9. If you have an internal honour sequence, you lead the Jack from King, Jack, 10, 9, the Queen from Ace, Queen, Jack, 10, and the Jack from Ace, Jack, 10, 9. Remember, don't lead from an internal honour sequence in a trump contract. When you don't have an honour sequence, you want to encourage your partner to lead a suit back to you by playing at the bottom of something. You play an encouraging low card. Partner should lead the suit back. Sometimes you have to play from suits with only 3 cards. Several people play 4th highest. Until you and your partner both understand this, it is unwise to play it, as you are potentially giving the declarer more information than you are giving to your partner. If you don't have an honour sequence and you don't have a suit with an honour, you don't want partner to lead that suit back to you, so you lead a high card. Partner then won't lead the suit back. Several people play 2nd highest. Until you and your partner both understand this, it is unwise to play it, as you're potentially giving the declarer more information than you're giving to your partner. Bottom of something, top of nothing equals Boston. If you're playing 2nd and 4th, it's known as 2nd and 4ths. In no trumps, you're trying to set up your long suits so that they become winners. You should therefore play an encouraging low card from your longest suit. Your partner should always return that suit, i.e. either the top of an honour sequence or bottom of something. If you haven't got any encouraging cards, you should lead a discouraging card from a suit that you don't want partner to return. The top of nothing. You don't play a suit bid by the opponents unless you have to, and you play one of dummy suits. If you have no points, you should play a discouraging card from what you think is partner's suit. Start setting up his longest suit. When you have trumps and a shortage, you can play a singleton, so that when partner gets in, he can lead that suit and you can ruff and win the trick. With a doubleton, you play the high card first and then the low one, high-low, to let your partner know that you have just 2 cards in that suit and want a ruff. With a doubleton, ace and king, you play the king first and then the ace, to differentiate between a doubleton and the top of an honour sequence. Remember, you only do this when you might be able to use a trump as a ruff. You should normally win the trick if you can, as partner to person on opening lead. If you have a choice of touching cards, to play, you should always play the lowest one you can that will win the trick. If partner has won the first trick and you have a doubleton, you should play high-low to show 2 cards. In trumps, you may get a ruff. If you can't win the trick, you should play a high encouraging card to encourage partner to continue playing that suit when he next gets the lead. If your partner plays top of an honour sequence or bottom of something, you should normally return that suit when on lead. Don't lead a suit bid by the declaring side unless you have to. Don't lead a trump. Don't lead an ace without the king. Don't lead away from an ace in a trump contract. It could allow a singleton king to make. If you have a tennis, for example King Jack XX, your tennis being the King Jack, try not to lead away from it, as you may not make as many tricks in that suit. Once the opening lead has been made and dummy has been placed on the table, the declarer should pause and consider how you will make the contract. What can you work out from the opening lead? Is it the top of an honour sequence? Is it bottom of something or top of nothing? Does it look like a doubleton or a singleton? Why that suit? Remember, the other defender should also be thinking about this. Remember, this presentation doesn't include play when there has been competitive bidding. My name is Katie and this is KIBBridge. I hope you have enjoyed watching this presentation on opening leads. It has been made in KIBBridge style. Don't forget, people bid and play differently. In play, people use different signals, leads and discards. Please let us have your comments and suggestions. Our email address is kibbridge@sky.com. Our website is KIBBridge. Goodbye.